everybody, it's your favorite girl, Tyler Nicole Taylor, TNT, if you love me, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to take it back a little bit because I want to give some sort of a YouTube history lesson here, okay? So once upon a time, in these YouTube streets, natural hair tutorials and videos and makeup videos ruled YouTube. Like, those were top tier. If you wanted to get an audience quickly, you did that. I'm gonna have to tell this story in a way where it's going to sound a bit like a fairy tale, but here goes. So once upon a time, there was this YouTuber who had a pretty small following in comparison to a lot of other natural hair YouTubers. Well, she did do natural hair content. However, she, I guess, wasn't that consistent in comparison to others. So therefore, her following was, a lot smaller, and it didn't explode as fast as everybody else's. I came across her once upon a time because she decided that she was going to show us how to use, I think she called them wave formers back then, but it looked more like a curl, which is why I was kind of confused. But I was like, whatever, I just need to see how she got her natural hair in there. I'm very confused because natural hair, we got shrinkage, like what techniques did she use to get her hair in these two things? And then it was kind of flat, like it was confusing. So that was my first time ever seeing anything that looked like this. And so she styled her hair with it. She showed us how to use it and all of that. And then she provided a link in her bio because she was selling them on Etsy. She was the only, not Etsy, I'm sorry, on eBay. That's how, I don't even think Etsy was a thing when she was selling them. And I don't think she necessarily was the person that created them. I'm not sure if she actually created them. It didn't look as though she put money into creating these things. It looked like it might have been something that she found, a vendor, and tried it and was like, oh wow, this is cool. I'm gonna package it and sell it, kind of thing. I think that's what it's giving, just based on me having more information with the way things work now when it comes to merch and things of that nature. Nonetheless, she was the only person selling these things at that time. So, and then other YouTubers that had a slightly larger following stumbled across the video and was like, hey, I want to try it. So they actually ordered it from her. And so I've seen other people try it. And that was really cool. But because those other people who were a little bit more popular, had a larger audience, tried it, it took no time for other brands to make what we called knockoff versions of it. Now again, we didn't know no better back then. We didn't know about private label and white labeling things. We had no idea what that was. So it just seemed kind of strange how all of a sudden the market got flooded with these knockoff versions of this lady's product. And it was like, how did that happen so quickly? What ends up happening with all things when the market is flooded with other vendors selling the same exact product, no one can tell who was the original source, especially when other vendors have a larger amount of money and they can send product for free to larger YouTubers and influencers and put their particular brand on the forefront. So basically it was like this lady broke the product, and then all these other vendors came out and pushed her out. That's pretty much what happened. And it really does suck. But before it got that far, before she had to say goodbye, because it was so many other vendors that was putting it out, when people were trying other vendors' product, if you use the term curl former or wave former in your video or on your title, the original creator would have your video flagged for copyright infringement, which I get why she did that, because she did protect her name or the name of her product. So she felt like, hey, that's, you're saying my brand name when this is not my brand, and you're having people go to a link that does not come back to my brand. So on one hand, I get where she's coming from, But with her being such a small creator, and also not having the financial backing that other vendors had, yeah, unfortunately, she ended up getting pushed out. And now everybody can make videos and call it wave formers, curl formers, whatever kind of formers you want to call it, heatless curls, blah, blah, blah. Now we can make the videos because, well, nobody's flagging him. That was the history lesson on curl formers. So all that to say, I have first saw this product hit the market well over, probably about 10 years ago. The first time I saw it being used. I'm not gonna lie, I was interested, but at the time, like I said, the original creator, because it was coming from eBay, one, I was too impatient. Two, I didn't have disposable income to spend on something that would take that long. And yeah, I couldn't wait, basically. Now with everything being, like I said, being copied and bootlegged and duped or whatever, it's all over Amazon and Alibaba and all the places that you want to buy stuff for the low low. And that's where I got this particular one. So this is by the brand, I do not know how to say this, but that's that's the word. And it comes in this nifty little bag. I got the orange and pink variety, as you can see. Now on the listing they have several different color combinations, but it doesn't look like the curl pattern itself is any different. It just looks like, you know, the colors are different. So if that matters to you, then, you know, pick the color you want to pick. All right, so this is a pack of 40. So this is 40-piece heatless spiral curl. Girl, that's not what it say. So this is 40-piece heatless spiral hair curlers for long hair, no heat curlers, 22 inches, magic curls, hair rollers with styling hooks for women, kids. What a struggle. Let's open it up. So it comes with the formers. Here's an orange one and here's a pink one. There's no difference in the length or curl pattern. So what's different is the direction that the curl is going. Let's say you want your curl, like you want it to go back this way. Well, you'll put the orange one on your right side and put the pink one on your left side, so to curl backward. But if you want it to go forward, then of course you would do the opposite. It also comes with this little pamphlet, little booklet, little leaflet. That's what we'll call it. So they have written instructions and they have picture instructions as well. This is just a little thank you card, and it just tells you thank you for purchasing, and it gives you the email address if you have any questions or concerns. Then you have the hook. This is how you get your hair through the spiral. All right, so it comes in broken down into 3 pieces, so we just gotta assemble it. So it has a little hole, and then this side has a little, can you see it? There we go. It has a little button. We're just gonna call it a button. All right, and then just pinch this a little bit while pushing it down. So now it's locked in there. Okay. Oh, yeah. If you're pulling too hard, you can pull it apart. All right, so good to know. And then, of course, same thing on this side. And now you have this long wand. I will say this. I thought I picked out the 12-inch. Apparently, I picked out the 22 inches. And the thing is, I think I remember why now, because obviously you'll see that my hair is not 22 inches. It's probably closer to about 11 and a half. So I'm missing a lot of inches. So that means it's going to look like it's barely covering this thing here. But hear me out. I thought that this would be cool to use on my wigs as well, because I do sometimes want volume in my straight wigs. Like for instance, that red wig that I like to wear, I love her, but I love her even more when she has texture, because sometimes when it's just straight, it's just kind of boring. Like I be wanting some oomph. And the curling iron curls, they don't hold. Long story short, that's why I got these long ones, so that I can use it on my wigs. So let's go ahead and get started. I love that it comes in this storage bag, so that when I'm done, I can just put it back in here and it can all be together and I'm not chasing them. Bam. So we got our curl formers and we have our wand assembled. Also, wide tooth comb, Denman brush if I should need it. That's just in case something feel like it need to be detangled a little further than the wide tooth can provide. I have my regular boar brush. I don't know why. I really don't think I'm gonna need this, but we got it anyway. Got some clips over here. It has several types of clips. And then to lock in my curl, which I've seen several other people do this. Like I said, I've been watching people use a similar product for years. And what seems to work the best is using a foam or a mousse for the hold. I got the Lotta Body coconut and shea oil Wrap Me foaming mousse. So that's what we got. I'm gonna go ahead and unclip my hair so you can kind of see where we're at. I did blow dry my hair. I wanted my roots to be stretched, and I wanted the my hair to be kind of lightweight and fluffy. I am kind of going for a fluffy, spirally afro type situation. And I'm hoping that it's gonna be cute, okay? So we gonna see. If it is not, then we're just gonna put it in a puff and keep it moving. Today is June 27th, and I live in Los Angeles, California, and it is constantly in the 80s and 90s at this particular time of the year. So we'll see how well how well it holds up. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's get a little closer so I can show you my hair and we can figure this out together. Okay, so here we go with the more longer part of my hair. If it was to be flat ironed, my hair would stop about there. Because you know, even when you blow dry your hair, it's still kind of still shrunken. Because look at them ends. They still could use some more pressing. If it got pressed out a little more, it would give me a couple of centimeters. So anyway, that's where it is. And no, I'm not going like this, because if I was going like this, then it would be nearly to my nipple. This is where it's at. Bam. Now, like I said, I do want a curly puff situation, like a curly fro. So I think I need to try to figure out. Okay, I'm just gonna part it right here. You and I are gonna be trying to figure this out together. This is my first time doing it, but it ain't my first time seeing about it. I forgot I also have, oh Lord, I think this mirror is from Conair. I don't even know, but I have a mirror right in front of me. So anyway, I need some oil. All right, another thing that I'm using is my Melanin Hair Care Oil. All right, now I'm gonna template and put this away. I'm going to start in the back. And before we move over to voiceovers and stuff like that, because there will be voiceovers in this video, yes, I blow dried my hair. Like I said, I wanted my roots to be as relaxed as I could possibly get them. And yes, I'm about to use a liquid product on my hair.
Hear me out.
I am putting the mousse on the ends of my hair instead of putting it at the base. So I'm putting it on the ends of my hair and then put the former on, so that way I don't have to worry about getting the curl former too close to my root to make sure that it's being stretched and pulled enough. I don't gotta worry about that because I've already blow dried my hair. So that way I don't have to worry about it being tight on me. So now that I explained my theory, let's see if it works. Okay, y'all, not too much on my underarms, okay? Just ignore it. Act like you don't see it. All right, starting off, we're just gonna go ahead and separate the hairs. And of course, like I said, I'll be detangling. This first attempt, I did not slow it down because I was just trying to figure it out, child. Okay, you'll see that this wand situation, while it is easy, the little ends can get stuck. And yeah, I was just trying to investigate, like, girl, what's going on? Because it was giving Velcro or something. I don't know what that was about. We finally got this first attempt underway. I'm just gonna let you take a look at it. I did not speed this up or slow it down. This is just me doing it in real time. This is how long it took me to do this first pass through. So just take a look and then I'll explain later. As you can see, I am pretty impressed, and mostly because it was pretty easy. I thought it was going to be a little more difficult, but no, it actually was relatively easy to do. So to get the wand inside of there, it's very easy. You're just gonna simply take the wand and slide it from one side all the way through until it comes out on the other side. Then after applying your holding product, I like to twist the base of my hair, like the root, so that it makes it easier for the hook to latch on, as you can see. Then I push the former up so that I can pull the wand all the way through, and there you go. And it's in there. Right here, I thought I did my big one because I was like, let me go ahead and spice it up and do these alternating curls in the back. Now, what you're about to see is what happens when your hair does not get hooked on all the way. Watch this. It does not go through the curl former at all. So that's why it's important to make sure you twist really good at the base and you hook it where it's the thinnest at so that it's all the hair is in there. Okay, and this is how it's looking after the first section is done. I told you I thought I did my big one. I just put 2 oranges in there, like that really was something. Ciao. Y'all, I'm about to do the front of my head, but I got 4 pinks left. And then I got 7 oranges left. We gotta make it work. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Figure this out now before it is too late, honey.
It's gonna be okay. So obviously, I'm just going to repeat the process throughout the front of my head, and you'll just see all the different things that I do in terms of placement and things of that nature. I was afraid, I already told y'all, but somehow we figured it out, honey. We made it work like we always do. I just want to take this moment right here to say thank you if you've made it this far. And thank you if you're returning to my videos. Like, I really be trying to be consistent, and that consistency be kicking my butt because it's just not happening for some reason. But the fact that some of y'all still come and rock with your girl when I put out stuff and you're subscribed and things of that nature, like, I really, really appreciate that. And to the people who just stumble upon me and still watch my videos anyway, thank y'all. Like, for real. Like, for real, for real. So this next part, it gets a little wonky, and I just wanted y'all to see how you can fix it if this should happen to you. It's something about that last one. Well, we ain't at the last one, but when you get towards the end of a style, stuff just start acting foolish. But I left this in here so you can see how I just adjusted it and fixed it so that it will go back into its normal curl direction. Now, let me tell you, when I had only 2 left and I had that little patch, I was so excited and so happy for myself. Like, I really figured it out. I will say this, though, for the next time that I do this style, I will be sure to use bigger chunks of hair, because I think in the back is where I went wrong with using little pieces of hair, and that's how I ended up almost not having enough. Y'all, we did it, we did it, we did it. Okay, let me zoom out. Here we are. We got all 40 of the Curl Magic formers in our hair. Pretty happy about that because it was looking really scary for a second there. I actually would have had one left over, but I decided to split this big chunk that I made into 2 pieces. But I ain't gonna lie, when I took the little Curl Magic former thing off, y'all saw what it looked like. It did not look promising at all. So we're gonna see what happened. I will say I'm pressing down on it just because I'm trying to gauge. I will say that this is like, they're not very soft like for laying on, so I can see why people don't like sleeping with them in. But I will say that it's not tight on my roots at all, so I love that for me. And I'm so glad that I went with the blow drying my hair method instead, because if my hair was soaking wet and it was in these things, it would take it forever to dry. That's number 1. Number 2, I was not able to get taught to the root on every last installation, so that meant my roots would have been a mess, in my opinion. Like, I wouldn't have liked it. But I ain't gonna lie, I am a little skeptical, y'all. I don't know if it's gonna be giving what I want it to give. I don't know. We finna find out. So it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. All right, y'all, it is the next day. It's 5:35 p.m. and I am getting ready so we can do our little date night or whatever. Y'all saw that I took the curl formers out and then put it up in a pineapple and went to sleep. I'm showing you how I went to sleep with my bonnet. Actually was down in here, but I had to wash my face. As you can see, I'm shining. Anyways, I am afraid to pull this bonnet off because I don't know what's about to happen. Yeah. Okay, so these are the final results after sleeping on my hair. I look crazy, but I do feel like I know where I went wrong. One, I only kept them in for like 5 hours, just about 5 hours, and I did only let it air dry. So I don't really think I got a chance to lock the style in. Like, we saw how cute the curls is coming out earlier or last night, but yeah, and I just was not about sleeping with that in my head. Sleeping with those things in my head. So next time I will install them earlier on in the day, make sure I have like a full 10-12 hours or so to keep them in so that the style can lock in. I'll go ahead and do my, signature puff and comb this out, and then I will come back to you all with my final thoughts once I'm all zhuzhed up. So here we go. This is my final look. Because I didn't keep them things in long enough. That's basically the lesson to take from all of this. It is important that if you're going to go ahead and use this curling system, to make sure you're putting enough product in your hair to lock the style in, and making sure you have enough time to let it dry all the way. I am going to try this again at a later date and let it sit for longer and see if maybe that will give me a longer lasting result. If not, then maybe the other takeaway is this is a styling technique that you use on the very day that you plan on wearing your hair that way. That could also be the case. I don't know, I'm not 100% sure, but I do know that I did not give it enough time to dry, in my opinion. So I'm gonna chalk this up to user error, and we're gonna try it again. So yeah, if this video has been helpful for you, please give it a like and drop a comment down below. Let me know that it was helpful. If you have any tips on how I could get better results, you can also leave that in the comments as well. And if you are new here, hit that subscribe button so that you can get more videos like this. I also do lifestyle vlogs, so if you want to know a little bit more about me, you can go check out my vlogs as well. Anyways, thank you for joining me. To all of my people that are subscribed and have been subscribed, I really truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for always coming back and supporting your girl. Yeah, and don't forget, if you do want to try this one, link is in the bio.